ఈ చార్ట్ రావట్లేదండి ఇది. ఆపేసినారా? నేను ఆపలేదు అది. ఆల్రెడీ ఆఫ్ చేసినట్టు. ఓకే, స్టాప్ షేర్ ది స్క్రీన్. ఓకే. So there is a question, what about the CSE lab? All right. So actually, some of the labs are common for both CSE as well as EC students. The other questions will be taken by Himanshu, right? Can a CSE student take part in EC labs like robotic projects? Yes, sir, it is allowed. Okay, if you don't have any further questions, I would like to close here. Thank you. So I'm closing here.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajendra. Can you check CSE?
Hello, can you hear me?
When we have to come to college,
Hello, hello all. Good afternoon. Yeah. So let us discuss a little bit about our library. This is Dr. Anish. I'm the in charge for this IIIT City Library, and Mr. Murali Krishna is the assistant librarian. So in any institute, the most important place is classroom, or whenever you interact with your faculty. So that is the first place, right, where you get your knowledge through your interactions with faculty or other instructors. But the next important place after a classroom or a staff room is our library. That is where you get your most of the knowledge, right? In a classroom, the interaction is only for 1 hour, but in library, you stay most of the time where you are not in a classroom. So that's why it's a very important place. So let us discuss about it. Our library is located in the ground floor of the academic block. So as you just enter the academic block, the main entrance, on the right side, you can see the library. Okay. So this is a picture of the library. I mean, COVID times, unfortunately, so there are no students here, but usually it is always full with the students. Okay. As I said, it plays a really important role. Even though nowadays students are interested more in reading on a computer or even nowadays in mobile phones, but we still believe that reading through a hard copy of a textbook or a reference material is actually more fruitful than just reading on a mobile phone. So that's why we still maintain a lot of copies of hard copies of the textbooks. So we use this software called Lipsys for management of the books and materials, and we have a good collection of textbooks for CSE and ECE, and we also have subscriptions for newspapers, and we also have soft copies of various online resources, for example NPTEL lecture videos. And coming to the timings, the library is open most of the time Monday to Saturday from 9 a.m. to almost midnight. And during exams, there is even provision for extended hours and including Sundays. Okay. Otherwise, we are closed on holidays. So that's the timings. And this is also another picture of our library. And this is the collection of statistics of our materials. For example, we have subscriptions of newspapers, as I said. And then we have also a collection of various CDs and DVDs, for example, the video lectures. And then we also have nearly 2,500 textbooks and reference materials for both CSE and ECE. And then we also have a collection of books donated by various donors, including, alumni. And this is the process, or this is the limits on books checkout. For example, for BTech students, that is you guys, it is right currently 3 books per student, and you can keep any book for 15 days without any fines. So after 15 days, there will be a small fine, and then it will increase, as a function of number of days. Okay. And there are also reference books which cannot be taken outside the library. They cannot be checked out. You can always use them in the library because they are required for all the students. So, and they're usually very expensive. So we do not want to buy too many copies, and you cannot take them outside. Okay. And similar rules are there for the other materials. And you can also reserve the various books you want to borrow. For example, if you reserve a book, you have to check in the book. You can take out the book in 2 days, and then you have to return it in the, according to the previous rules. And if there is any overdue or any, pending information or pending materials with you that have to be returned back to the library, you will be informed through formal email. So you have to keep track of those emails. And there is also rules about lost books. For example, if you lose a book that is borrowed from a library, our library, you have to not only pay a fine but also reimburse the current cost of the book. Okay. And when you are graduating, that is after 4 years, you will need a no due certificate from the library. So that, and every semester also you have to make sure that you do not have any dues with the library, so that there is no overload at the end of the your graduation. So it is better to keep your library dues clear every semester. Okay. And we are also planning on some new things. For now, when you come here, there will be a book exhibition. And for now, there will be user awareness program conducted by our librarian. And there will also be a new skill picking service. We are planning on these things. Okay. And these are the rules. You can read them. This PDF will be shared with you. So these are the rules you have to follow. For example, you can borrow books anytime in the office hours from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. You cannot take any reference materials outside the library, as I said, and you should be always responsible for any materials that you carry from the library or take from the library. Okay. And one important thing is you cannot bring things like food or personal materials or personal books into the library. And also, as in any library, you are supposed to maintain, silence in the library. I mean, even though it is a place where you hang out most of the time, but it's not for chit chat or informal discussions. It's for academic display. So that's the basic information about our library. These are the contact numbers. First one is for the assistant librarian, Mr. Murali, and the second one is mine. So if there are any questions, we will be happy to answer. All right. So maybe I'll come out of the. For UPSC, there are no books, right? Available. Yes, there are some books available. If you have any specific questions, you can always email to the library admin. Okay. That information, that email address will be shared.
Any specific fee for
there is no specific fee for libraries right now. Yeah, any questions regarding library, please? There is also one plan we are thinking about. We are thinking about ebooks. Once that is finalized and formally approved, we will definitely inform you. Usually, when a faculty is teaching a course, they share the possible resources for the ebooks. But if they are freely available, there is no problem. But we do not want to share, available from illegal resources or pirated books. That is not allowed. So, yeah, laptops are allowed. Yes, yes, you can use library after 10 p.m. also, depending on the current rules in that semester. Right now, it is up to, as I said, 12 p.m. 12 a.m. Sorry. Yeah, if you want a list of textbooks, you can email the librarian, and he will definitely give you a list. If you want, as I said, usually your books are not allowed into the library so that there is no, risk of mix-up. But if there is any exam or something like that, maybe you can request for a special permission, then we'll consider. Students. Yeah, right now it is around 50 students.
No.
AC facilities, no. Right now, no. Yes, you can write down notes. Without fines, maximum time is 15 days. Yes, available.
Speak out.
Yeah, yeah. How much?
15 days, 2 rupees.
Yeah, 2 rupees after 15 days.
That doesn't pay.
Mm.
You can pay through SB Collect.
Yeah, and you will be paying through the same, mechanism, SBI Collect, as you pay your fees. There is a policy on that. You cannot take pictures of all the pages. No. A reasonable number of pages is fine, but not the whole book, around the whole chapters. Depends on the availability. Okay, guys, thank you very much. If there are any questions, you please email us.
Thank you, Dr. Anish. Good afternoon, students. Uh, Welcome to IIIT History family. So I am Himanshu Sharma. So I'm going to tell you about the IT support that you have and what are the policies regarding the IT in the institute. So I start with the email service which you already got. So means it's like a normal Gmail client. Okay, so you can use through the Google Mail. So there are all the facilities that you basically got in the Google Mail, but maybe you are getting some more Drive facilities and all those things. And your email ID is you already got. It's like the first name, dot last name, and the IIITS dot in. So you can go directly to the gmail.com and you can enter your email ID like it's like, for example, it's like himanshu.sharma at the IIITS.in, and in the password you can just type your password. Okay, and for the mail service you will get basically 25 GB of the storage, and on the other Google apps also. So of course it's an institute email ID, so you don't misuse any uh, means for the account. So it's like it will be liable to you if you misuse the email ID for some like fraud or other things. So I have also mentioned here how to use sense the password when you use first time, okay, or maybe later on also if you want to use the sense the password, how you have to create it, okay. So anyhow, we are going to share these slides to you, then you can go through it. But it's just an overview. It's like you have to how to go. It's like you have to go to the settings, then in the Google account settings, you can go to the personal information on the left page, and you can click on the password link, and it will ask for the login credentials. Then you means enter your current password, and then you can sense the password, okay. So means I'll anyhow share this screen, share these slides, then you will able to follow these steps. Other than that, we have also some softwares like the MATLAB. If you guys want to use some means like for some project you want to use MATLAB, like for signals and other things, and like computer visions works also, you can use those things. There are also the way how can you use this online MATLAB also here it's mentions, okay. You need to go to the matwork.com, then you have to log in through your institute email ID. You cannot log in through some other email ID like the Gmail and the others. You have to give your institute email ID and the password, and then the activation link from the Matwork will send to you, and then your account will be created, and then you can use it as an online also. Now MATLAB is giving you online lots of tools which you can use, and also you can download the MATLAB and your institute email ID. You can use that as a license also, okay. So internet in the campus, so everywhere you will find the LAN is connected in the computer lab and the classroom and the any workspace, okay. The Wi-Fi facility is available all over the campus, okay. So but you cannot misuse the internet by watching it's like the movies and the some entertaining side at like the social media like the Facebooks and the other things. It's only means you can use in the purpose of the educations of learning the stuff. So these are some of the unacceptable things which you cannot use, like the watching the videos and the mp3s, okay. Then you cannot use for the some like hackings and the other the fraud things. You cannot use the internet, okay. So your always it will be monitored. Your account will be monitored because you have to do it's like the your some authentication credentials. You need to use the internet, so you are always monitored. So we always encourage you to bring your own laptop, okay. So you can have a pen drive where the operating systems will be there and the other copy of the study materials. And if you need any help like the if you have means for example you want to use some OS and you don't have like the for example Ubuntu the freeware softwares, you can ask the IT support staff. They will provide you means any freeware softwares or the other software that we have, that MATLAB and the other things. So you can take in the pen drive and you can just install in your computer. The IT support will help you if you find any difficulty of installing the softwares also. When you are in the campus, it's very easy. You can directly come to the IT support and ask. They will help you. But uh, now you can send a mail also. I'll share you the mail ID at the letter on last slide, so you can share your queries. So this is the computer lab that we have currently, okay. uh, so where desktops are there, you can sit for the computer lab, for the computer programming and the lab related stuff, or you can also bring your own laptop. uh, so we have also the GPU facility with us. So if you want to do some high computation uh, programming language for your project and maybe your own research area, if you want to work, then you can use that GPU facility. So how you have to get the GPU facility, I will mention you. So we are also planning to create one core lab with means more high computer desktops and the GPUs and the servers. That is uh, means we are planning, okay. We are looking for the funding and we're planning to create that lab. So what is the policy in the computer labs? So programming in the labs are always welcome, as I mentioned. So GPU access is available only as per the request. So if you require the GPU access, you need to send a mail to the IT support, and they will give you a user ID and password, and based on that you can access the GPU, means for the period of time that the access is given. So if you need the more time, then you can again send a mail that may be extended as per the case to case. Okay. So as mentioned that you cannot use any graphical internet access like the videos and the social medias in the lab. So no mobile phones are allowed, and if you keep take with you also, you can keep in the silent mode. Okay. No food or drinks are allowed except the water bottle in the lab. So when you leave the lab, it's suggested that you always turn off your computer and then you just leave your space, and no loud voices in the labs are allowed. So IT security means in the when you use the computer in the public area or maybe in the lab also, you can always suggested to use the incognito mode. That means your credentials are not saved. Okay. And you don't share your credentials to someone else, like for your, it may be your friend also. Okay. So you don't share, maybe they can misuse your means credentials, and maybe you will be the guy who is going to punish for this thing. Okay. So it's suggested that you always uh, means sends your password frequently, protect your personal informations, backup your data. Okay. And means install some antivirus software in your computer. So internet access in the hostel, it's like all hostels have been provided with Wi-Fi facility, and there are no any means, as mentioned earlier also, you cannot able to watch the videos and the movies in the, it's text-based internet for the study materials only. So mainly for the email and accessing relevant study research materials, as I mentioned. So you cannot stream the movies and the copyrighted softwares and the unlicensed softwares. You cannot means able to download. Okay. Or if you download also, it's means punishable. Other than that, if you want to use means your own internet in the hostel area, that also you can do. So you are allowed to take some broadband connections like the Geo, Airtel, Railway, or dongle. You can take by your own, and you can use that. Okay. The wireless network equipment is also permitted, personal wireless network equipment if you required. Okay. To stream some videos and movies in your uh, hostel. uh, so conduct and the misconduct. So you are basically the now the part of the IIIT City family. So if you are using some any content of the means the, like, which may be the means bad, give a bad impression in the institute, it's maybe not good. So you always use your social media very carefully, because it's not only you, the whole IIIT City will maybe come into the scenario when you use it in a wrongly. So it's not advisable to tell your problems to directly to the wall. First you come to us and try to find the solutions, then only you take a decisions. Okay. uh, Discipline required using always the IT resources. And if you are not following these things, then maybe there are some punishments you will get from the IT disciplinary committee. It may be your suspension of email ID for some prolonged time, and maybe you not get any internet access in the campus. Okay. So if you found that you just did some wrong, okay, things by the IT disciplinary committee. So for any thing you require, you can contact me also, Himanshu Sharma, and you can means any required informations, any queries, any software related stuff, any like the MATLAB credentials, email credentials, anything Wi-Fi related issues, you can contact to the IT support at the IIITS.in, where Kateshwar Rao and Vijay will reply you as soon as possible. Okay, thank you. Now, if you have any questions, you can ask. I will try to answer.
Thank you very much, Himanshu.
Okay.
If you have any questions, any specific questions, you may post it to Dr. Himanshu.
Uh,
As I mentioned earlier, any laptop having 8 GB RAM and I7 or I5 Intel chip, that would be fine.
So what is the use of metro? It depends upon actually if you when you go, maybe it's not required at the first semesters. So when you move to the means the semester like the fourth, fifth, when you're trying to do some projects, you may require based on what projects you are doing. Okay, so it may be signal systems projects you are doing. It depends upon the what kind of projects you are doing. Okay. For machine learning, should we use 16 GB RAM? Yeah, you can use 16 GB RAM for machine learning, but the thing is, if you need the GPU, that's why I mentioned maybe it's not possible for everyone to buy a GPU based computer. So if you need the GPU for the running, because the machine learning projects are always like means you need the huge computation power to run those things. So you can access the institute GPU. Now also you can use, if you want to use from the DR also, we'll give you some links. So through means from your home also you can access those things. At the starting we'll give access for the 7 days. Okay, so we'll give access for the 7 days, and later on means if you require we will extend it. Can we watch YouTube videos related to programming language? No, YouTube is uh, in, is not allowed. YouTube in campus YouTube is allowed, but in hostel it's not allowed. Okay, you are we will you get Microsoft 365? No, you will not get any uh, software which is means licensed software. Only maybe you are getting the MATLAB from the IT support. You are not getting Microsoft 365. Can you use? Yeah, you can use gaming laptop, no problem. The gaming laptop is anyhow the high configurations. Okay, so you just focus on the configuration. Doesn't matter it's a gaming laptop or something. Uh, if this email ID will remain after 4 years, after the student the email ID will there or no? Close. So no, you the email ID is only for the your during your student period. Okay, after that your email ID will be closed. Do you require high battery life? Not not like that, but at least you need minimum at like 1 or 2 hours. Okay, something like that. Otherwise you will find everywhere the plugs is there. Okay, 3-point plug you will find in the classroom, in the lab, in the hostels, everywhere you will get. So yeah, can we get a personal fiber net connections? Yeah, I already mentioned you can take a broadband connections, you can take the dongle, you can take your personal any internet means access or anything you can buy. Do not receive the mail regarding online sessions. I did receive the link. Okay, yeah, I already discussed with the ID staffs. They checked it and they updated the email list in the means the emails in the mail list. So maybe for the further you will not get any problem for that. List of first name. Okay, so meet first name, my father's name. Okay, so if someone says that, I just want to check that your first name is your father name is written in the email ID. So can you just send the mail to the IT support regarding that? Okay, you just mention your query, so we'll try to fix it. I didn't understand what do you mean by can I send my institute email ID? You just it's already mentioned it's first name dot last name, so that cannot be sensible. So it mentions my laptop doesn't have a Thunderbolt 3 port. How can I receive CPU support? So no need, I think. No? So we are going to give them online access. So doesn't matter. So it's like online you are going to get. You don't need the any port or something like that for the GPU support. I didn't get any email ID and password for Zoom meeting. There are no any email ID and password for Zoom meeting. I think it's just and the invite link you can directly join that one. Which broadband?
It's already there in the chat.
Yeah, the link is already in the chat box also. You can check the which broadband has more signal in Sri City. So you can use the Airtel railway, all those things are there. It's like, I think, very less amount, it's like 500 or something in a month. Okay, you will get. Link for authorization is yeah. Yeah, please search. Okay, so we will so maximum people asking the suggest a laptop. So what we'll do, we'll send you a at least minimum configuration laptop for from the IT support. Okay, so you can buy at least that one. Okay, so you can go for the higher configuration. Mac or Windows doesn't matter. Okay, you can use Mac, you can use Windows, you can use Ubuntu, you can use the Fedora, doesn't matter. Yeah, you need the first semester laptop for the first semesters because the lab will be there. Doesn't matter Intel or AMD. You can use, I think, social media in the campus or through the Wi-Fi. They can use the social media inside the campus, but not in the hostel. Okay. Thank you, guys. If you have any other queries, you can just send a mail to the IT support. Okay. Regarding any IT related information, you can send a mail to IT support at the IIITS.in. Okay. So we'll get back to you as soon as possible. So we'll close here. Okay. Thank you, guys. So we'll see you in the second afternoon session.
Thank you very much, Dr. Himanshu.
Thank you.